It says I'm live now. It says I'm live. I never know when it actually starts being live, though. So I'm hoping that I don't like get introduced to the stream halfway through this sentence. But we are here back again with Pokemon Platinum Ice Nuzlocke thing. I think this is the team we left off with last time. I don't remember. Hello, Angel. How are you doing? I think you're the only one around at the moment, or maybe people are going to start talking now that I'm actually here. And I think we do need to do some grinding before anything else happens, because if I recall correctly, Dominic told us that the gym leader is going to be level 20, level 20, and level 22. So at least Yuki and Snowball are going to need to be level 20. And we do have the XP share now, so that is going to help us a lot. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that level 20 is also the level where we're going to be evolving Yuki into a Frostlass. I think, maybe, potentially. And then, I mean, Field, Snowball, there's nothing that's going to happen there for like another 20 levels. I don't know if we talked about this in Discord or on stream, so I'm going to repeat it just to be sure. If we were to lose the Nuzlocke element of this, I will still be doing the rest of the challenge as a normal Ice type, monotype, Ice type monotype, yeah, I know. Monotype run, which will speed up things significantly because I won't be over leveling or leveling as high anymore. So maybe that'll happen through the course of today. My goal for today is at least beat the second gym and get to Hardhome City. I don't think we'll be able to actually beat the Hardhome City gym today, unless we fail the Nuzlocke part of this and we do it as a normal Ice monotype run. I want to say monologue every single time. Don't do that. We might be able to like make a little like higher pace and make it to. I should have seen that coming. I should have seen that coming. I don't know why I didn't see that coming. He was using Bide. I didn't get damage for like 2 turns in a row. Something should have taken me up there. We're not getting a Frostlass apparently. Not yet anyway. But you know what I say? You know what I say? Bide. I outspeed. So there's nothing, yeah. This should be fine. At least it saves some time in grinding because I don't have to grind 2 Pokemon. I probably should give you the XP share though. Just why wouldn't I? Soothbell. Who gives you the Sooth? Oh, it's the girl in the forest gives you the Soothbell. Is there anything that levels up through evolution, through happiness? I don't think there is. Game close. Capture a new Pokemon and evolve a dead one. I mean, I could. I won't, but I could. This is probably a very bad idea, staying in and unlocking myself into Ice Ball, but honestly, why am I not using the speed button again? We're grinding. Grinding you do with the speed button. This is a thing people know. Why aren't you locked into Ice Ball is the question though. I mean, not that I particularly want you to be. Maybe because you used Tact. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Open volume mixer, please. I would like my volume mixer to be. No, not my sound settings. I hate my life. Let's see. Mute this, and then we're going to second turn meditate, use the tact, and you missed Snowball. Okay, so I wasn't even paying attention there, but I got a free kill, which didn't even level me up. So fuck me, I guess. Let's see, what music are we going to be playing today during the grinding? Anything you want to here. I've got a folder with like, oh, no, that's, what is that? Oh, that's the finals for a thing I did. Music. I've got like a lot of game soundtracks here, so we should be fine. I could go with A Hat in Time. Let's go with A Hat in Time. Until I get like any requests, why don't I go back to the bridge and fight the fisherman trainers? That's actually not a bad idea. I'll probably end up doing that. This is probably very loud, I imagine, for you right now. How's the volume now? And shuffle. How's that volume? Still might be a tiny bit too loud, but I'm going to wait until I get confirmation on that. But I'm definitely going to go... It's quite enough sound like in-game music. That's exactly what I wanted to, honestly. I mean, it is also game music. Oh, that's why I wasn't doing this, because it's only Magikarp in here. Which, actually, not a bad thing, because they can't do anything against me either. You know, actually just doing this against Magikarp and then also Goldeen. And then, of course, I miss... I'm gonna die. Okay. Okay, let's switch. It learns Flail at level 15 or something like that, right? The thing is, I want to grind. I want to grind Snowball, but I'm not going to use Snowball in this battle anyway. So my thinking here is, and please don't call me crazy, even though I might be a little bit crazy. My thinking here is I'm going to put away my dead Snorunt because obviously it's dead. Yeah, it's Snorunt. I looked at Snover, I was like, no, that is Snorunt, no Snorunt, Snover. I'm going to put him away and I'm just going to go into the gym. How about that? It learns Tackle. When does it learn Flail? It doesn't learn Flail until like after level 20 then? Because I'm sure it learns Flail. Or does it learn that at level 10? Because Flail can be a very like useful move. Yeah, let's lead with Sword Ball. It's the only thing that's not a water type on my team. So against a grass type gym, I think... Then again, it's also the thing I'm going to need for the next gym. If Sword Ball dies, I'm going to be fucked. If you're going into the gym, might as well give Snowball the XP share and use Soul to take the gym. That is exactly what I have right now. I do have the EXP share on Snowball. And I was going to use Soul Ball probably anyway to take care of this gym, because again, it's the only thing that's not a water type. It's also the only thing that doesn't have an ice type move though, which is a little bit annoying, but I think we'll manage. Also, I'm thinking today's stream is not going to be a long one regardless, because I feel a little bit like sore in my throat. So talking is going to be, well, not painful, it's just, it's annoying. It feels a little bit swollen, so it feels like like my throat is being squeezed tight a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. So I'm going to try to not do like too much of this. But hey, maybe it'll be a 2 hour stream regardless. Probably won't be, because obviously at 8 my time, which is in an hour and a half, roughly, today's video will go up, which should be Pokemon Through the Years episode 8, I want to say. All I remember about Magikarp is evolving level 20, learning Bite, as Gyarados never kept a Magikarp beyond that. Nobody should, but it learns Flail at some point. Flail is... I don't want to say Flail is a good move, because it's not. But for Magikarp, Flail is actually like much better than obviously Splash, but also, doesn't it like work the opposite of what Eruption and Water Spout do? Where Eruption and Water Spout deal more damage depending on how much HP you have. Versus Flail, I think, deals more damage when you're lower HP or something like that. I don't know. I've never used it, but I think it's a pretty gimmicky move that way. Also, we're not grinding anymore, so might as well open my sound mixer again and pause the music here until we need to grind again. Open volume mixer. There we go. It's Pokemon Platinum music again. Oh, the in-game sound is a little bit more quiet, isn't it? Than the music was. I don't like how this emulator doesn't recognize my... God damn it. Doesn't recognize my button inputs from my controller when it's not the selected window. Other emulators oftentimes do, which is great. The music just made it sound like the intro to a show. Well, in a way, it kind of is, because we're 10 minutes into the stream, and that could be considered an intro for something that's going to last for like at least an hour, to an hour and a half, to an hour and 45 minutes, to about 2 hours, to 5 hours, 7 hours. I'm not going to stream for 5 or 7 hours. Just calm down. I'm not going to stream for 12 hours. I'm not going to do that ever again either. I've done that one time. I'm not going to say I won't do that ever again, but the chances of me ever doing that again are like very low. Because while that was at times fun, like those times were definitely within the first half. After 6 hours, I was kind of done with it. I kept going though. I think I did stream from 10 in the morning to 10 at night. But everything, like, I can't imagine, there's people who stream like 10 hours every day, and I understand that it's like, for those people, usually it's the job. And if it were my job, I might be like more inclined to stream for 10 hours every day. But I want 12 hours straight, man, once I was halfway through, I just wanted to call it quits, but there were actually people watching and chatting, and we're having a good time in a way. Fury swipes. I don't know. Let's see. It's 18 base power against Scratch being 40. But at least uses it twice, right? So it's at least 36. With 80 accuracy, Scratch is 100 accuracy. But it goes up to as much as like 90. Honestly, why am I even thinking about this? Because I'm never going to use Taunt. It's never going to happen. I'm never going to use Taunt. It just won't. Also, I'll be drinking a lot more today because I've not been doing that over the past couple of streams. Snowball is level 17. You see, this is a good way to grind up Snowball. Has Sawball really not taken a single HP damage through all the gym trainers? Is this going to be like a Weavile solo lock? Is that what's happening here? That might be what's happening here. I mean, we are getting a Glaceon after this gym when we can capture a new Pokemon, and after that we're getting a Regice and or a Articuno. So I think we'll be fine. At least for the time being. Yeah, I don't think Taunt would come in handy either, except for fighting Pokemon who are your weakness. I guess, but still, I probably would just like absolutely clean them up anyway. So it's time to break the ice. Snow, is it? Look, oh no, we're starting the ice ponds again. Okay, let's see what Feint Attack does against this Turtwig. I am kind of afraid that it won't do a lot of damage. You know what? I'll take it. I deserve that. I deserve that. I've earned that. I've earned that critical hit. By getting so many bullshit critical hits against myself. Might be the first time a critical hit has actually ever done something that important in my life. And the Cherrim shouldn't be an issue either, because this second Feint attack will take it out. And then we only have the Rosa Raid. And that's actually a little bit scary, but we should be fine. Don't be so chilly. You need to boost through the slide. Jim, blah, Ice Age. I'm just trying to like scout your comments at this point. Fuck off. On Ice Puns, because that's like... The rest of the sentence doesn't really mean as much as the Ice Puns themselves. The rest of the sentence gets constructed around the puns. And that is, in a way, kind of how I like to communicate in general. It's either with puns or memes. What was the last chilly sentence? I remember you saying that last stream, though. I do recall something along the lines of, I am all out of puns. But you said it in a punny way, which made it worse. But also better. At some point you're actually going to run out and you're going to have to recycle them and I'm going to fucking call you out on them. Then again, I probably won't call you out on it because I probably won't remember what puns you've used. I know the Breaking Ice one has been used already. I don't know if you were the one using it. But I know it's been used. Not just in general, like in the rule, but in this series of streams. We've already used it. Okay, so we are now actually in trouble. Because we're paralyzed. For a moment I thought I was going to get a critical hit there and I was going to be very happy. How much damage did Magical Leaf do before? Can I live another Magical Leaf is pretty much what I'm asking. Wait a second, you're going to use this. You're going to use a potion. You're not using a potion. That's what I get for being cocky. Magical Leaf doesn't miss. I know, that's not what I asked. I asked how much damage it did, because I was aware that it wasn't going to miss. We might never know, because he got a fucking critical hit. Which I guess I deserve somewhat. And we take it out with an Ice Shard. Okay. Well, if it only did 20 or so, it probably wouldn't have killed, depending on like min-max damage, because it had 23 HP. You think we can go to the bike shop yet? That's funny. We need to do the Team Plasma thing first. And that's actually very difficult as well. We're gonna fucking die. We're gonna fucking die. Yeah, now we're screwed. Especially for the next gym, because I don't have a Dark type now. So the question more so becomes... Do we drop the Nuzlocke now and build a proper team? Or do we go into the Team Galactic build and get our ass handed to us and then do it? We should go in with a little bit of honor, right? Zubat level 80 and Stung Tank level 20. I think you might be looking at the Diamond and Pearl levels. I think you might be looking at the Diamond and Pearl levels. That's what I did in my theft lock. And I went in there and I got destroyed. That happened to me like twice actually, because it also happened with me on Mount Connect. The levels in Platinum are significantly higher than they are in Diamond and Pearl. Like significantly, like a couple of levels higher. Yeah, Stung is level 23. I didn't know it was like... I thought it was level 24, to be honest. So it's still a little bit lower than I thought it was going to be. The moves are the same. Yeah, the moves... I didn't even think about the moves, to be honest. I guess we'll do some actual grinding now then, because there's nothing else to be done. Because otherwise we're going to die. And I do want to give this like a shot, because if we can make it to Cycling Road, we have a couple of encounters waiting for us. And Cycling Road is going to be Glaceon, and after that we're going to get the opportunity to get our legendary Pokemon. So I really do want to have the chance to hatch those within the Nuzlocke, because those might actually save us, at least for a couple of gyms. So let's put on the music again. That's very quiet. But that's not quiet anymore. That was just the end of a song, that's why it was quiet. Okay, so let's just go for a couple of levels here. I don't know what level I'll stop, or if I'll ever stop. I probably will just grind to level 100 and then just beat the entire game like that. Otherwise, oh, that's a good point. I do have the ability to use cut now. So I'm definitely going to go there to catch a Pokemon. I'm still going to just keep this music on though, because I'm going to probably use the speed button for it. I do have HMO on cut. I also got Rock Smash already. Neither of my Pokemon are able to use it. I'm going to need to use that Pokemon for cut because this. But I can use it now that I've beaten the second gym, so I can go back to the old thing. Man, I hadn't time. It's a good game. Depending on if I'm going to stream next month, is anybody here that can even learn cut? You know what? I'm just going to use one of the core Pokemon. Is anybody here gonna be able to use cut? Badoo, maybe? Cascoon, probably not. Weasel, potentially. Or MONOTYPE. Yes, Leo, between level 12 and 16. That is good enough. It might be one of the captures, yeah. Weaver can probably learn cut. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to give it cut, just in case I lose the Nuzlocke and I'm going to have to use Weavile again, because it's definitely going to be on the team if I do it as a non-Nuzlocke challenge for the rest of the game. I don't want it to have cut. That's the thing. Because you never use cut. Badoo can learn it. My first guess, wow. So I prefer to just give it to Badoo and then throw away Badoo after the... Do I have 2 Geodudes, really? Did I catch 2 Geodudes? I guess it doesn't even matter, really. So that's why I'm not using it. Is it cheating? Yes, a little bit. Do I care? Not really. How can a plant learn cut? Because leaves can be sharp. Leaves can legitimately be sharp. Did I catch a Pokemon here yet? Yes, I did. It's on the other side of the forest. Like, usually leaves aren't that... Do you give me an item? I feel like you give me an item. You don't give me an item. Okay, so you're just useless. Do I have... I've got 10 Pokeballs. That should be enough for a gas here, right? Badoo is an obvious HM slave. Yeah, Badoo is that his only purpose in life is being an HM slave. There we go, it's an HM slave, boy. Never picked up this item, I don't think. Probably did at some point and just forgot. Hello, it's a ghost dude, because he's gone. For a moment there my mind went to, could we already do Rotom? And I was like, no, because we're not going to catch Rotom in a normal Pokeball. There's no way in hell. Leaves, yeah, but Badoo is a rosebud. Bud is blunt. But roses have thorns, and thorns can cut you. But that being said, I don't think a bug would have necessarily have any thorns either. Yeah. You're not my real mom. Don't tell me what to do. You can get an item in the right dimension. There's an alt. Yeah, I know. I know there is. But I honestly don't really care. I know it's a pretty good item. It's a full heal, right? Pretty much. Just remove the status, any status condition you have. Interesting factoid. Leftovers, Earthquake and Focus Punch can be gotten from pickup level 81. Earthquake as well. I knew leftovers. Focus Punch I don't really care about because it's not that good of a move. But Earthquake is, especially since TMs don't like have infinite uses in this generation, that is a very useful thing to have. Okay, so we have level 14 Ghastly, which means that our Glaceon, because that's going to be the last Pokemon in this box, is going to be level 14 when it hatches, which means it's probably going to be our best Pokemon in the team. Which doesn't learn any moves through the level up. So it's going to be the best Pokemon on our team for the time being, but it's going to change into probably not the best before too long. Please hatch. Level 15 Glaceon Icy Wind. Well, that sucks because we're getting into level 14. Okay, nickname time. You give me a nickname now. And I tell you it's stupid and then I use it anyway. Glacier, it's a boy. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Jungfrau Jog? I don't know. Keep trying. Keep trying. Also, the music definitely is a little bit on the loud side. As far as I can tell from the audio meters. You know what? Just because you said vanilla, I'm gonna name it chocolate. Chocolate the Glaceon. There we go. Baba use Icy Wind. That is sad. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so level 14 it is. Chocolate, level 14. And then, I guess when it gets to level 15, it's going to learn Icy Wind, which is actually going to make it useful. I like chocolate. Chocolate is good. Don't tell me chocolate isn't good. Don't tell me you think chocolate is gross. I know people that don't like chocolate. I should say I knew people that don't like chocolate because they're not alive anymore. I don't like people that don't like chocolate. Chocolate is good. I don't trust you if you don't like chocolate, okay? Okay, so what is your moveset like? It's probably like real bad, isn't it? That's the definition of real bad. Okay, so Icy Wind in 1 level time. That's fine. Let's give you the XP share then, because you are the lowest level anyway. And keep on grinding against this fucking Chingling. Wait, it would have been so nice right about now if I had something with a Dark type move, which wasn't dead. There's a trainer here, isn't there? Yeah, there is. And actually something with a flying type Pokemon, so that works for me. So who takes the place of our Heart and Soul? Nobody and nobody, because our team sucks at the moment. I mean, I guess Glaceon has potential. Glaceon has some sort of potential, but really it's just the team sucks at the moment, if I'm being honest. These are not hidden items. That's a hidden item. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, no, our team kind of sucks at the moment, so I don't really know who takes those places. Blue in case of chocolate is milk chocolate. Oh, yeah. Blue in case of chocolate. I was thinking blue as in the character. I was like, what does blue have to do with it? He isn't even in this game. In the case of chocolate, it's milk chocolate. Milk is white. Snow is white. Ice and snow are related to each other. I don't know. Well, I guess snow is ice. Yeah. Very fine ice. Glaceon is an ice type. It's all correct. Yeah, exactly. It's white chocolate. Definitely. White chocolate is totally not gross. I mean, sometimes I eat it. Sometimes I'm in a white chocolate kind of mood, right? Sometimes I am, and then I eat it, and then I feel bad about myself. And then I don't eat it for like months again. And then I get into a white chocolate mood again. And I'm like, fuck you for confusing me. You know what? We're just gonna run away from this battle. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Hello, Sobald. Yeah, you kind of died. But on the bright side, there's a real good chance that you're coming back soon, because I don't think we're going to be able to beat Team Galactic up here. So, in which case, you're going to be back together with Dominic. Those two Pokemon definitely coming back for the team, because those... And Snowruns. What did we call Snowrun? I don't know. It died. Oh, something Japanese, rather. I don't know. Would you guys prefer chocolate or gummy sweets? That's a very... You see, I don't see chocolate as candy. While, like, gummy sweets... I do have some gummy candy right here with me. That's real candy. I don't really see chocolate as candy so much. But which one would I prefer? It really depends on my mood, honestly. Right now... Right now I'm in a candy kind of mood. Not as much as in a chocolate kind of mood. And that's good because I don't have any chocolate at home. But, oh, yeah. Subpar, Swineup definitely joining the team as well if we have to rebuild the team. Olaf is somewhat... Well, Olaf is... This is the first time... Don't give up on Icy Wind. Don't give up on Icy Wind. Chocolate is learning Icy Wind. This is the first time Olaf is really being used, and it's a fairly high level, so that makes sense why it's still alive. Also, Olaf is the only one with, like, actual HP. I'm sorry to say everybody else, but your HP sucks. I mean, you're more offensive than Olaf is, definitely. But Olaf, he got that HP. I mean, at the moment, I'm sorry, I was reading back chat. That was why I was quiet. At the moment, I really don't want Olaf to die. At that time, my team looked very different, and I was like, if Olaf died, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Right now, Olaf is pretty much the only thing that can do anything on the team. So, I kind of want Olaf to stay alive. Like, very, very much. Well, yeah, if Lapras was alive, Lapras would have a lot of HP by now. But do you see a Lapras that's alive? I don't. So, that settles that. Lapras is dead. Also, I just realized I probably should be grinding inside Mount Cornet, because Geodudes are, like, very weak to Ice types. And there's a lot of Geodude and Zubat in there, which probably... I don't necessarily know if they give more or less XP than the Pokemon I'm facing now, but they're definitely going to be easier to take out. So, probably a good idea to... I'm going to go up to level 22 for all my Pokemon. I think that's fair because the Stung Tank is level 23. I think... and then it's only a Zubat and Stung Tank, right? Zubat shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. Zubat should be actually a joke. Stung Tank might still be a bit of an issue because it's still very bulky. And it has... Oh my god, it has Flamethrower, doesn't it? No, it doesn't have Flamethrower yet. It'll be level 23. Obviously, it doesn't have Flamethrower. It gets Flamethrower later, though. Yeah, I just realized that as well. I shouldn't be fighting fighting types with ice types. That was probably not my brightest idea ever, was it? But then again, there's only Bronzor in here so far, it seems. And Medita. Okay, so this doesn't really help at all. Let's go back to Route 205. Or the forest, actually, maybe. Maybe the forest is a better idea. It's in a forest. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a forest. Let's see what's in here. It's a Bidoof. That's not going to give a lot of experience. But it's also not going to kill me, so who knows. Okay, that's 53 experience. That's actually pathetic. And it's a Wurmple. Okay, so we're going to go back into Return of Forest. Just because I don't think there's anything... I mean, there's Bunary in here, which is a little bit better, I guess. Couldn't write that. Couldn't write that. Bunary is not even a common thing in here to encounter. I think a common encounter in here... that's only like 60 experience per Bunary still. And that's a uncommon encounter, I think. And Cascoon is not going to give me any more at all. But Olaf is level 22, so we can actually switch Olaf out for Snowball. Let's see what happens there. Either grind Olaf to level 23 or 27. 27 is way too much for right now. Aqua Ring. I don't really care about Aqua Ring that much. Aurora Beam would be nice, but I'm not grinding to level 27 right now. Badoo. That's potentially scary. And Poison. Well. Fuck. There's no real good place to grind. Turns out. I did skip quite a few trainers, that's true. And I should be in a level now where you can probably take on the trainers. Let's do these fisher people first and then go to the trainers in the forest. I think those two together should probably... That's 16 experience. That's... Oh man, that's pathetic. This is such a waste of time. I could just use rare candies. I could. But that's a little bit cheap, isn't it? But no kidding, I actually I might. If we still have a long way to go after doing these trainers and then the trainers in the forest, I'm probably gonna use one or two rare candies maybe. I don't know. I don't really want to. But also I want to be able to do something today. And we've only done the gym so far, and I want to at least do enough to get to Hearthome City, if at all possible. Level 22 quick attack. That is something, at least. But this is an issue. This is actually an issue. The Goldeen. I guess we tackle you? Oh my god, that does nothing. Is this Goldeen gonna wipe, mate? This Goldeen is not going to end me, is it? I would be very embarrassed if a Goldeen was the thing to end my Nuzlocke. It didn't. Okay. And I've got a lot of experience. Okay. I like that. First ice move is level 36. On Glacian? I mean, we already got an ice move, so it's not the first ice move, but... I think this is the last trainer left on this route. No, it's not. I think I've done all the trainers on this route. Okay, so let's go back into the forest. 36 Ice Shard, 43 Ice Fang, 71 Blizzard. So we're not going to get to 71 either way. And even if we did, Blizzard kind of is not that great of a move, so I don't really care. We're going to take you on one at a time. But yeah, Ice Shard is not a level 36 move. I mean, apparently it is, but I disagree. Ice Shard is not that good. It's good, it's just not that good. Body Slam. Oh my god, actually a good move. You're kidding. Powder Snow. Ice Ball. Water Gun. Encore. Buy Encore. There you go. Okay, so that was surprisingly easy. I mean, this music fits even better with the forest. I like this song. I like every song in this fucking game. Let's go into chocolate for this one. Still can't deal damage, but it's only a Psyduck. I think I should be fine. In theory. Okay, let's heal. Let's heal. It's kind of pathetic that during grinding I'm struggling. If we make it even to like the 5th gym at this rate, I will consider this entire thing a success, because the fuck is happening to me? A Monologue is just a bad idea. I don't know why I thought let's make this a Nuzlocke variant. Honestly, when I made the layout and when I started the first stream, I didn't even consider the fact yet that I could do this as a Nuzlocke variant. I just always, when I play Pokemon, other than my very first playthrough of a game usually, it's always a Nuzlocke variant. I just don't play games after the first initial playthrough to get to know the game a little bit as normal like runs anymore. Which maybe I should do a solo run of a game at some point with a Totodile, obviously. Totodile, and I would allow it to evolve. I wouldn't keep it a Totodile until the very end of the game, because that would be stupid. This song does make it sound like we are about to face a legendary, which I suppose there is a not really legendary. Okay, can we please, for once and for all, put this thing to rest? Is Rotom a legendary or not? I don't think it is, right? But it kind of is. But it really isn't. But it kind of is. Oh, this is actually... Oh, no, Burmy doesn't have different typing yet. It's only when it becomes a Wormadam that the typing changes. But how do you have a ground-type Burmy in a forest? Is my question. How do you have different... Do you have all three different... You have two Burmies. Neither of which are the type you would usually have in a forest environment. What? Burmy changes depending... I know, no, Burmy doesn't change its typing, does it? It only changes typing depending on what form it was in when it evolved into a Wormadam. And it changes its appearance based on where it is, which should be the grass type one in the forest. Expectation for the Nintendo Direct. Wasn't there specifically a Pokemon Direct? I'm pretty sure I saw it as a Pokemon Direct. But my expectations are finally like more news about Pokemon Home, because I don't think that's like out yet, right? Then again, I have not been keeping up with it that much because I don't have Sword and Shield, because I don't have a Switch. Pokemon Direct, still on Nintendo Direct. Well, yeah, but the Pokemon Direct specifically lets us know that there's going to be Pokemon news and not like Smash Bros news. Then again, it could be... No, it probably wouldn't announce something like a Pokemon being added to Smash in a Pokemon Direct, right? That would be a Nintendo Direct. Yeah, Pokemon... There's definitely going to be like more info and a release date, I hope, if that's not already out there, for Pokemon Home. Other than that, I honestly don't know what they're going to fill 20 minutes with. Because it's going to be a 20-minute show. What are they going to fill 20 Pokemon-related minutes with? Because definitely it's not going to be a big new thing. Because Sword and Shield are very recent still. And their big releases always happen at the end of the year. So they're probably not going to announce what they're going to release at the end of this year already. That's probably going to be like a March, April kind of thing. So maybe like some kind of spin-off game? For what? I have no idea. I mean, I would like Pokemon Snap 2 as much as anybody else, but that's not going to happen. More Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, always fine. The quality has kind of declined since Explorers of Sky, but More Mystery Dungeon is always good, especially if it's on the Switch. Even though I can't play it. Gives me even more reason to go buy a Switch when I can. I don't know, Detective Pikachu 2? The movie did well, so they're probably like, let's make another game of it. DLC for Sword and Shield. Honestly, more news about Sword and Shield than maybe like how they're going to deal with Daxit, because people are still kind of upset about that. Or whatever. Could be. I don't know. I don't think there will be any like backpedaling on Daxit. I think they've taken that like hit now, they've had the hate, and now they are immune to it for future generations. Because sooner or later that was going to happen anyway. They've had it now, they're not going to reverse it. Pokemon Conquest 2, anybody? I would love that. I would love that. I doubt it, but I'd love that. Because Pokemon Conquest, even if I've never actually completed it, I love that game. I really like Pokemon Conquest. I always just get interrupted when I'm like in a period of playing it, and then I just don't have time for it anymore, and then I probably should try to find some trainers, shouldn't I? So Pokemon Conquest 2, if that's been announced, definitely. I would like that. Again, even more reason for me to buy a Switch. What I really want out of this Direct is just reasons to buy a Nintendo Switch. And at the same time, I don't want reasons to buy a Nintendo Switch because I can't afford one right now. Pokemon Conquest after Plants vs. Zombies. That's actually not a bad idea. That's actually not a bad idea. The thing is, I kind of want to keep the secondary series on the channel non-Pokemon related, but I also don't want to have the Pokemon series be a spin-off game at the same time, which kind of like limits me to never being able to play spin-off games. So I kind of have to figure out how I'm going to deal with that. Because there are some Pokemon spin-off games that I would very much like to play. Like Pokemon Conquest. Or some Pokemon Ranger. Shadows of Almia I would like to play. There is a Let's Play of the original Pokemon Ranger on my channel. A fairly old one, that is. One of the videos, the one where I go on a skitty hunt, has like an insane amount of views. It's got like, I think it's got like 7,000 views, and the rest of the series has got like between 20 and 100. But that video, people just didn't know where to find skitties, googled it, and apparently I'm a fairly high search result of that. So, but another Pokemon Ranger game, but they're difficult to Let's Play, because you can't really do them as properly on an emulator, so I have to use my 3D capture card, but it's not really a comfortable way to Let's Play either, because it's a normal 3DS, not an XL. But yeah, Pokemon Conquest after Plants vs. Zombies, maybe. Pokemon Conquest, Pokemon Red 721. I probably wouldn't do that as a Let's Play. I probably would do that as a live stream if I did it. The Red Randomizer I showed you and Pokemon Uranium. I probably would do the Red 721 and not the randomizer you showed. But either or would work. I wouldn't do both because they're pretty similar. And if I did both, they would be quite a long time apart. And Pokemon Uranium, I don't know, I kind of missed the boat on that one. I think the hype for that kind of like diminished a little bit. So if I had done that like the moment I came back on YouTube and like this summer when it was hot and I had jumped on that would have been interesting. But now I think it's kind of like played out a little bit. So I probably won't be doing too much of that. Yeah, Garden Warfare is not something that interests me. I had been thinking about doing Plants vs. Zombies too, but honestly, I'm kind of done with Plants vs. Zombies. I'm still not finished recording the entire series. Today I recorded some minigames again, and there's just a couple of minigames that I probably just won't finish because they're stupid. And then I also still need to do survival for a couple of trophies. I don't know what the trophies in survival are. I'll have to look into that. And then I was planning on doing adventure mode again, but I don't think I will. I think after I do a little bit of survival, and that will probably just be either a live stream where I do that, or it will be a like a very long special video where I do the entire survival thing, depending on how many trophies are in there. that's just going to be the finale to the series, I think. Because this series has been going on for over 2 months, and I talked about this in like the recording I did today as well. The series has been going on for about 2 months, and by the time it finishes, it'll be closer to like 3 months. And I think it's about time to move on to something new. Anyway, there was a Pokemon game. I played on my laptop, but I forgot what the names. I remember those games. Mom was the champion. That sounds wild. There's some with lyrics. The man on the internet. I don't know that. Our contract has expired. Yeah. Okay. Now I get you. I'm barely listening to the music. What are we? Yeah, we are in the subcon forest with the music right now. We're also almost level 22. Fucking finally. Are we high enough level at this point, do you think, to start grinding against it like other Pokemon we were doing before? Because honestly, going back and forth because I get paralyzed every other turn, it's kind of annoying. Just do it. Just do what? Just go into the tower? You want me to go into the Galactic Tower now? You really want me to do that? Got bad news for you. I've got bad news for you. I'm not gonna. Not yet, anyway. That could have been bad. Okay, you know what? You changed my mind, Meditite. I'm gonna go into the Galactic Building right now. I'm gonna pick Badoo out of the box, and I'm gonna go into the Galactic Building. We're gonna put on the normal games out again, and we're going to keep going. We're also like an hour into the stream, so I think it's about time that we get some actual progress done. Other than, obviously, the one gym battle we did, but that wasn't that big of a deal. We lost a Pokemon. Not even to that gym, actually. We didn't lose a Pokemon to that gym. We just lost a Pokemon. Okay. Let's go. Let's pause the music again, and let's re-enable the game sound. And let's go. I also want to be able to see my chat. Meditite vlog and meditation do the tower yet. My bad is on a normal playthrough. My bad is that we're definitely at some point going to go for the normal playthrough. Oh yeah, we've got to look up. Yeah, no, definitely there is going to be a point where we die. There's no way at this point that we make it through the entire game in a Nuzlocke format. It's just not going to happen. Let's see. Little thing I didn't know about until recently is you can actually see which staircase to go up by which one has the little poster next to it. So you see this one has the poster on the left, so you go up to the left one. It's just that easy. And this is actually the only... That's not even a fight. There's no mandatory fights in this tower. Other than the one up here. And then I think there's like an upgrade and stuff over there. Is this the upgrade? This is the upgrade. There's other items over to the left there. Which I think when you beat the commander here, the rest of the Team Galactic runs just leave anyway. Maybe? I don't know. Well, I was looking on the Sword and Shield because he's annoying. Nobody likes him. So I just realized that leading with the Zubat here is actually a good thing because I can power up Ice Ball. Oh, God damn it! Okay, that didn't do much damage. I'll take out the Zubat next turn. Unless Giga Drain heals up a lot. Naturally. Yeah, okay. I'm building up the power of Ice Ball so that when the next Pokemon comes out, it'll do a lot of damage right away. But I'm locked into Ice Ball and I don't know what its moveset is going to be. This might be the end of Snowball. I'm aware. Honestly, I don't think Skunk Tank is going to do too much to me. Night Slash, that... But I won't kill, will it? Told you it wouldn't kill. Told you, I was confident. Yeah, it kills now because I'm locked into Ice Ball. Yeah, that's on me. Do you see how little damage that did, though? Do you see how little damage that did? Skunk Tank is a bitch. It's an absolute bitch. I guess let's see what Headbutt does. Glaceon. Are you insane? Glaceon has like no moves at all. Then again, Olaf isn't doing much better, is he? Probably should have gone for the Ice Shard because I wasn't going to outspeed him. Critical hit. I know it's Night Slash. I know it has a high critical hit ratio, but please, it would have killed either way. Don't add insult to injury. Or in this case, injury to insult. But higher defenses. Higher defenses aren't going to do anything if you, like, 1, are a lower level, 2, don't have any offense. That being said, this is exactly why I wanted to use Icy Wind over Ice Shard, is because Skunk Tank has a high physical defense, but a special defense, not so much. Okay, so Chocolate is going to be the only Pokemon left after this, which leaves us room to go get a Legendary. And a lot of experience, thanks to the XP share, obviously. Not even enough to level it up. Little bitch. Okay, so we've done this now, and we survived with 1 Pokemon, which, honestly, more than I was expecting. More than I was expecting, honestly. And we've got about 50 minutes left before the video for today goes up, and we get a useless text. And we have to call it a day. So we've got plenty of time to make it. Shut up. I mean, isn't the solo run always a monotype run? In a way. In a way. I want to go get those other 2 items now that the Galactic Grunts are gone. I just don't know where they are. So, why are people all of a sudden texting me? It's not just texting me, it's just somebody texted me and now all the other apps on my phone are like, oh, wait a second, this phone exists, let's update. That's a blue shard, that's a very not useful item. And that's a revive! That's not funny. That's not funny. If any of you laughed, fuck off. That's not funny. I hate finding revives and Nuzlocks. Especially after a lot of my Pokemon died. It's so fucking heartbreaking. Okay. We have the power to go get a legendary Pokemon. I don't like randomized items. But I don't mind randomized items as much. I don't like total randomizers, and usually random items are part of that. But if you could just like do a normal randomizer combined with the item randomizer, I guess I'd be fine with that. I'd like that. As long as the item shops still just, the Pokemon still have normal item inventories. If like all the Pokeballs in the overworld were randomized, I wouldn't mind that, I don't think. I think I'd be kind of fine with that. But other than that, I like randomizers. I don't like to randomize things too much to the point where it just becomes luck based. I mean, go watch my Pokemon Colosseum randomize on Nuzlocke if you want me to complain more about that. Because that's 6 episodes of me straight complaining about the fact that I don't know what the fuck is going on at any given time. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. That's an ag. That's an encounter. For a place we hadn't had the Pokemon, yeah. That's an encounter. I'm counting that as an encounter. It's a level 1 encounter, but it's an encounter. That's an encounter. That's an encounter. You can fuck off. That's an encounter. Random.org. 1 or 2. Which one is it going to be? It's going to be number 1. Which I think is Regice, which is not what I wanted. Speaking of shops, Pokemon X and Y, they added that every mod is 2 people. The first one is selling regular items, while the second one sends random items. Wasn't it already like implemented in Gen 5? Oh no, Gen 5 was when they started implementing the Pokemon into the Pokemon Centers, which was a very good move, in my opinion. So, yeah, this is just an egg, which we're going to count as an encounter. And then we're going to pick up the, I think it's a Regice egg. The Regice egg. That's Articuno. We're going to have level 1 Articuno, but we're going to have an Articuno. Which, already start spamming names for the Articuno, please, because we're going to need a name for the Articuno. And don't say, are they DOS or are they Trace? Because I'm going to come over and, like, slap you in the face. No, are they DOS? Are they DOS? No, don't do that. Honestly, it took me a while to realize, even though I don't speak Spanish, but everybody like in the world knows uno, dos, tres, right? Cuadro, I think is the 4th one. It took me a while to realize that those were actually in the names for Articuno and like the bird trio, right? And then Dinos, Los and Hydreigon, which is actually Hydreigon. I need to do the underground thing first. That took me a while as well. That's 1, 2, and 3 in German, which is really stupid because I live next to Germany and the German language and the Dutch language are very similar. So 1, 2, 3 in German is like not exactly the same, but kind of the same as it is in Dutch. I probably should have noticed that like a lot sooner. But it's mostly the way they get like implemented into the names and the pronunciations for Dino. The cadence goes way more to the D, whereas if you just say ein, it's a way harder E sound. And then Hydreigon, I mean, the fact that dry goes to Dre just messes that entire thing up. We've got Articuno. What's gonna be the name? Articun. Whatever. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, something. I don't know. What if we called Articuno Moltres? You know what? We'll fucking do it, Moltres. And if none work, then we haven't had a vlogger Pokemon. That's actually a good point. So, what is your moveset at level 1, Articuno? Moltres, I'm sorry. This is going to be confusing. You have Gust and Powders now. You also are now going to have a EXP share. This might save us. Honestly, this might actually save us. Which is a little bit sad. But also, I'll take it. At this point. Route 206, that's a new route. And we are going to try not to encounter too many trainer battles before I can get my Regice. If at all possible. Oh, no, don't battle me, don't battle me. I almost made it all the way through without any battles. That would have been amazing. He has Gust, so he can also fight fighting types, which is nice. Almost made it all the way through without battling, and I think this is the exact same girl I battle in my theft log as the only encounter in this route. That does mean more XP for Moltres. Yes, it does. But I would prefer to do that when I have as many Pokemon on the team as possible. So when I have Regis. So, because that's the only egg left at this point, right? So the next Pokemon I catch is going to be the last one I catch, and it's going to be Regis. And I would prefer to have Regis on my team, even though Regis is not a very good Pokemon, I'm sorry. I prefer to have it on the team when I grind for Moltres. Regis is going to become Vlogger, yeah, because it's useless. That's pretty, yeah, that's actually a very good one. I mean, it's not as useless as Delibird. I mean, Delibird is just absolutely... Delibird is insultingly bad. Regis is a legendary, it's just like kind of there and useless. But it's still a legendary, right? It's still a legendary. And it's yet another Geodude. This is one at a level 16. So we're going to have a level 16 Regis, and that is going to round out our team for the time being. The thing is this going to kill the Geodude? It's probably going to kill the Geodude, isn't it? I'm not going to use Tackle against the Geodude. Yeah, that killed the Geodude. We're going to go up to the... What is it? The name of the cave up ahead? Which is actually a pretty good place to grind, I think. I think we can grind there. And we're almost at Hardhome City anyway, right? And we've got like half an hour left. So, this generally is a good place to grind with a high level Pokemon. Regis will be a decent level when it joins your team. I mean, not a great level to be honest. Because it's still going to be the level of the wild Pokemon around, which... usually is a little bit on the low side, if you're that level, but still, it's not bad. Maybe the rest of my team is just, and the rest of my team is literally one Pokemon at the moment. And Moltres, Articuno. Wait a second, is there a regular cave? Or am I just am I not aware of the secret exit entrance? I'm not aware of one or the other. I'm aware of one exit entrance, which also serves as an exit. I guess. In the place where you can catch Gibble. Isn't that just at the end of the cave? You're saying there is a place here where I can go to... I can't go up anywhere. Right? I mean, I'm trying. Oh, yeah, there is! Holy crap, you're right! Huh. What do you know? Wayward Cave. Huh. Well, we're encountering a Zubat anyway, which is not great, but... And it's a higher level than the last Pokemon. And we're going to have a level 19 Regis. Which is... Wow. I'm pretty sure you can get to that point, or at least to a point where you can catch Gibble through the normal entrance as well, right? Because I've had a Gibble in the past, and I didn't even know this entrance was a thing. Or maybe I just forgot that it was a thing, and that's what I used way back in the day. Gibble is just rare. Yeah. Yeah, it is. But Garchomp is good, so it's worth it. I don't know why Garchomp of all things got a Mega in Gen 6. I still don't understand. I'll never understand. I'm still upset that Mega Evolution isn't a thing anymore. But somehow they decided... I mean, Charizard I get, right? Charizard wasn't even that good of a Pokemon, let's be honest. And it's very, like, marketable, so it got 2 Mega Evolutions. Then, if you give Charizard one, you gotta give the other counter starters one too. And then they kind of, like, dropped that philosophy in Gen 8 with Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing and including them in the Pokédex at all. And then, like, Lucario, again, marketable. What the fuck?! What? What? I mean, that's gonna be good XP, right? At least decent XP. That's not the move I wanted to use. My god, that's Dragon Rage. I mean, Icy Wind. No, 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 no. Why am I staying in? Why am I being stupid? No, I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna heal. Don't worry, I'm gonna heal. No, 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 no. I mean, this is like a 5% chance encounter, right? It's the second encounter I've had in the cave. I can do this. I can do this. I mean, I just need to land one Icy Wind and a win, right? Because this thing is just... It's not a Dragon type yet. Is it a Dragon type already? I think it's a Dragon type already. It's quite effective. By Gibble. That was kind of pathetic XP, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so now going back, we're going to hatch Regice, and then we're going to grind. I don't know what level... Does anybody know what level Fantina's Pokemon are? I think her highest level Pokemon is level 26. Miss Maggie is? It's level 26, I want to say. Which means that we're going to go up to level 25 with our entire team. And then we're going to lose half the team again, because that's what we do every time in a gym battle. The entire line is Dragon Ground. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I was only ground type as a Gible. It seems like... It seems unnatural for a first stage evolution to be a Dragon type already, even though Dratini, being the first Dragon type, was only ever Dragon type and then gained... Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't make sense with any pseudo-legendaries, because Dratini, Dragon type, Dragon Flying type, right? Then we have Tyranitar, which is in the Dragon type. Then we had Salamence, which I know it's not really a pseudo-legendary, but let's count it as one. That's Dragon, and then again Dragon Flying. And then we had Garchomp, which is Dragon Ground, and Dragon Ground. Then we had Hydreigon, which I think from the start also is a dragon. Then we had Goodra, which still don't know what's up with that. So yeah, I'm just talking bullshit is what we're trying to like conclude here. Miss Maggie's level 26. Yeah, okay, that's right. Solomon's is a pseudo due to the stat totals. Is it a pseudo? Oh, Haxorus is the one that's not pseudo. That's right. Gen 3 has 2 pseudo-legendaries then. Because Metagross definitely is a pseudo-legendary. And interestingly enough, both Metagross and Salamence got Megas. Huh. The more you know. Level 19. We don't need cuts anymore either, so let's place Badoo back in the box. And that is going to be our full encounter list. And both are very good Megas as well, you're right. Arrowlade and Tough Claws. Yeah, Mega Salamence just doesn't have a good design. I like Metagross. Metagross, it's still difficult to say. I'm very, very annoyed that we never got a Mega Yanmega. Maybe that's just me, but I would have liked a Mega Yanmega. Especially since I doubt that, like, that same... it's not really alliteration, but I'm going to call it alliteration. it probably doesn't happen in Japanese, I imagine. So it would have been funny if they did it and then we were like, yeah, but that just sounds stupid. We really can't do anything about it, but it sounds stupid. And then the Pokemon Company, like, overseas department just got fucked. Is it Regice or Regice? Pokemon will never tell. It's Regice, because it's also Registeel and Regirock. It's not Regirock and Registeel. So the fact that there's like only one I in there, it's Regice, definitely. It's also not Regigigas, it's Regigigas. They're the Regi trio. It's Regice. But you can't place two ice in there. That would just be stupid. So definitely it's Regice. Anybody who tells you any differently, just punch him in the face. Don't do that. I'm not liable. Registeel. I mean, that's an entirely different, like, discussion. Is it Regi or Regi? It's a discussion that we're not going to have because it's Regi. Pokemon movies say Regice. Pokemon movies are correct. Now, is it Rayquaza or Rayquaza? That one I actually still don't have a good answer for. Arceus or Arceus I do have an answer for, and that is Arceus. Because it's an archangel, which kind of lends credence to Arceus, which nobody says that, but it's also derived from the word Deus, so I pronounce it as Arceus, or Arceus. 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 Tomato, tomato. You know, that one I just literally don't care about because, for one, I don't know anybody that actually says tomato or potato. I mean, tomato is one thing. Potato, if you say that, why? I've never heard anybody say that. Potato, potato. It's like the tomato, tomato variant, but I've never actually heard anybody say potato. Do people say potato? Data or data? It's data. It's definitely data. Unless you're Ansem the Wise, in which case it's data. But fuck that. Again, only time I've ever heard anybody say data is Ansem the Wise in Kingdom Hearts. I don't like hear real people say that. Like never. What's Regice like actually? Let's see. Pikachu or Mickey? Rayquaza is Pikachu. What? Oh, it's because parents think everything is a Pikachu. Yeah. My god, that's special defense. Holy crap. That's at level 19. Okay, and then you have Icy Wind, Curse, Explosion. Yeah, that's going to be useful. And Stomp. I'm going to get rid of Explosion. Do I have a TM just to get rid of Explosion? Because otherwise... I'm going to use Explosion by accident. I just know I am. What do you mean? Yeah, okay. The useless thing on my team is Vlogger. You're right. Yeah. Okay, so our team is now 3 legendary Pokemon because Glaceon has just been upgraded to legendary in my opinion because it's the only thing that survived this far. So it's also because it's the last thing that got added to the team, granted, but we don't have to tell you that. Legally speaking, we can keep that silent. Keep Explosion for style points. Honestly, if Regice's Vlogger is the last thing alive, I'll just explode. I'll just use Explosion. I'm not doing this entire challenge. I'm not torturing myself with such a bulky Pokemon that can't deal any damage. I'm just gonna explode myself. I don't care. Also, Explosion should really be based on your, like, HP stat in some way, in my opinion. But... I mean, I kind of like the idea of calling Regice Vlogger because it's the most useless thing on the team. Because, I mean, I'm not being very useful right now. Sometimes I'm useful. I mean, sometimes I work. And like, I do useful things, but right now I'm not. Oh yeah, no, definitely. If Reggie is the only thing alive, I'm not going to use explosion. Are you crazy? I'm actually like physically going to explode. There's a bomb embedded in me with like a hook into this ROM hack. It's not a ROM hack, into this ROM file. And it can read when Reggie is the only thing alive on my team. And when that happens, the bomb just detonates. And I just die. Live on stream. It's my strategy for getting more viewers. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm tired. I'm very tired. So what is Reggie Air going to be? Literally a cloud of mist, I guess. I mean, Reggie Rock has a weird design. Reggie Steel, I think I like Reggie Steel the most out of like design-wise. I think I like Reggie Steel the most. I don't like any of the Reggies, to be honest. Like, just from a gameplay perspective, I don't like any of the Reggies. Registeel maybe the most, but it ended my Pokemon Black randomizer Nuzlocke in a very, very rude way. So I don't like it either. I mean, I don't hate it as much as Heatran. Anytime Heatran shows up, things happen, and I don't like it. Do I need Rock Smash? I fucking need Rock Smash. Hopefully something on my team can learn Rock Smash. Regio will be a hot air balloon. Honestly, depending on what the next region is, and if they want to keep expanding the Reggie mythology, which they don't, but if they would, is there like, where did the air balloon, the hot air balloon get invented? Because there's probably like some story there, right? Doesn't it get rest? Don't all the Reggies get rest? I mean, rest is not a good recovery move, don't get me wrong, but it's a recovery move. So if you give it that and like a Chesto Berry, it's very bulky, so it doesn't need any defensive items. It's also not very offensive, so you probably want to give it something like an Assault Vest or something. Good recovery move. Yeah, no, rest is not a good recovery move, but it's a recovery move nonetheless. So, again, if you give it rest, sleep talk, and then 2 actual moves, I can see that working. Let's see. HM, Rock Smash. Can anybody learn it? Otherwise we just go... Oh, a lot of things can learn it. Getting rid of Explosion. Actually, no. Just for memes, I'm not going to get rid of Explosion. But I'm never going to use Curse. So let's get rid of Curse. Rest of Chesto, Registeel is fine. But something like Recover. Well, yeah, if it had Recover, it would be a lot better. It would also be a bitch to deal with. Which is what good Pokemon are, I understand. What tier is Registeel in right now? It's like probably RU or something, right? Who is better physical attack? Flogger or a piece of chocolate? Definitely that piece of chocolate. If anything through... Oh no, the levels are actually fairly similar. Let's see, that's 90, 92, I wish, 29, and that is 28. Huh. I didn't expect that. Well, they're both very bulky Pokemon. Regis, I want to say Registeel twice. Regice is literally just, like, stat-wise, a better Glaceon? Is that right? That doesn't seem right. There is a dude in here which has like a escort mission, right? That is not something that I'm making up. We have a team of Vlogger, Chocolate and Moltres. I really wish I had called him Malteser now rather than Moltres, because it sounds kind of similar. And Maltesers are chocolate, and they're probably like the best chocolate in the universe. Do you guys have Maltesers overseas? Mall 3. I mean, it's literally what its name means. I don't know if I'm going the right direction here, but... Maltese? Not in California. No, Maltesers. They are... it might be a European thing. They are like this like crispy stuff with like... It's a little ball of chocolate. But only the outside layer is like a fairly thin layer of chocolate. And the inside is like a crispy like... I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a little ball of like very light but crispy like biscuit or cookie or whatever with a thin layer of like milk chocolate on the outside. It's amazing. It is also a lot of sugar, but it's really good. M&M nuts. Honestly, yeah, M&M nuts probably better than Maltesers. If you're telling me M&M Crispies are better than Maltesers, I thoroughly disagree. They're called Whoppers in the USA, I think. Aren't those the Burger King burgers? Let me check if Whoppers are the same thing. Whoppers candy. Yeah, those are pretty much the same thing, except these do seem a lot more dense, the ball themselves. The Maltesers are a lot, there's a lot more air in there, so it's a lot more crunchy. Though I've never had these, I don't know how crunchy they are. They look, in the pictures they look a lot more dense. Just Google Maltesers. It's, I'll put it in chat. Where is my live stream? I'll put it in chat. Maltesers. I think that's how you spell it. Let me check real quickly. Yeah, that's how you spell it. Just Google it. They're really, really fucking good. Also, I have no idea where I'm going because apparently I need flash here. My little... your little brother was addicted to Maltesers. Honestly, don't blame him. Probably should have taken out that thing because I'm here to grind. Not to run away from Pokemon. Yeah, I know they have them in the UK. And I never know, right? Because being on the internet so much, I figure out that a lot of the things I take for granted are actually like things we only have here. And then a lot of them also get exported to England. And then through England, some of them make it to America. And sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes we get things from England or like all over Europe, obviously. But a surprising amount of like our products go through England, which is interesting. He now lives in Denmark, no strobe rifles, highest level Maltesers for him. Honestly, I don't like the shithole of the country I live in. I'll be honest with that. I could do without a lot of other things, but man, some things I just can't live without. And that's a really good reason for me to stay here. Also, I don't know what other country I'd want to live in, honestly. Until a couple of years ago, America wouldn't have been that bad. Definitely not going to America now. Because politics. Let's get into that. No, I'm not. Let's not get into this. Let's go into Vlogger. England, but Brexit. And I want to go somewhere where English is the first language. Because I don't want to go to a country where a significant portion of the population still doesn't speak English. And if I'm immigrating, I'm by definition going to a country where less people speak English than the country I live now. Because the Netherlands has a higher percentage of English-speaking people than the United States does. Let that sink in for a moment. We, as a country which has nothing to do with the English language, really. It's for everybody here, it's the secondary language. Speak on average like more English than a country where, granted, a lot of people in the United States speak Spanish. I don't want to go to Belgium. Holy fuck, have you ever like driven a car in Belgium? That shit is horrible. The roads are so bad. You actually get it, like, the moment you drive over the border between the Netherlands and Belgium in a car, you get immediate back, like, injuries. It's just, it's actually ridiculous. Yeah, no, I know, especially like in a little bit more southern states, a lot of people speak primarily Spanish. But as a country as a whole, the United States, its first language is English. Yet we speak, like percentage-wise, there's a higher percentage of people in the Netherlands that speak English. That being said, those are statistics. I live here. I hear my countrymen, to call it that way. I hear them speak this language they call English. I call that not English. I call that embarrassing. Somehow we are, like, worldwide we are regarded as some of the best English speakers. That's also, like, when you're a tourist somewhere, that's always a reputation people have. You speak very well in English. I can't listen to somebody, a Dutchman, talking English when he's not very proficient at it. Because the accent is so horrible. It actually like irritates me almost physically. I don't like it. It's so bad that I can't even imitate it. I was trying to like think of a sentence I could imitate it with. It's so bad I can't even like, I can't do it. Even on purpose, I can't be that bad at English. Which is kind of like a little bit circle jerky on myself. Which is just, circle jerk on yourself is just like masturbation. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know how to get out anymore, is a bit of the issue here. This better be a good item. I'm gonna get out because I'm getting scared at the moment. Best English speakers, so long as you are not a teacher, a politician, a recruiter, or IT job in the Netherlands. Honestly, or like above the age of 30. They speak English. My parents speak English. My entire parents' generations speaks English. But in a way that I would rather just they didn't. I would rather they didn't speak at all, honestly. If they're speaking English, if they're speaking Dutch, I mean, they're still boomers, so okay, boomer. Am I hip now? No? Okay, I'm sad. I'm using this escape rope. I'm getting the fuck out of here. This is scary. Last item you find in the cave. Oh, look, an escape rope. Oh, I just found that in the cave. Huh. That's, at least the designers knew the cave was very shitty. So they give you a way out. Okay, so let's do a tiny little bit more grinding, like 10 minutes more, and then today's video will come up, and I'll have to fuck off, because you guys are going to have to watch that, because it's a Pokemon 30 Years episode, and I actually care about how the performance of that video does. So let's mute the audio here. For a second there I thought Chocolate died. I don't know why. I was looking away and I heard a Pokemon grow. I was like, no, you didn't, you didn't, you didn't. And I didn't. Okay, let's go. A little bit more grinding before next time. Probably shouldn't use Sackle against a rock type. Maybe try to grind against next few trainers trying to grind can lead to the next gym. That's fair. I can try to do a couple of the trainers up ahead, I guess. I don't think they should be too big of an issue, especially since I've gotten a couple of levels since since finishing the last gym and such. I said I was going to drink more water and then I didn't, because we got into politics and the Dutch language, and like, we didn't really get into politics. I just said that Trump is stupid. Which I hope the majority of your country agrees with. Honestly, okay, I'm not going to get too deep into politics because this is YouTube and this is the internet and people like don't like talking about politics, but I don't really care because I'm not American. So, to preference, whatever I'm going to say, which might be slightly offensive to anybody watching, I'm not American, so I don't really care. So this might be a little bit insensitive. But I don't like either candidate in the last elections, Hillary or Trump, and I think everybody agreed with that. And I think Trump was a very bad candidate, and I don't understand how he won. But I think he might not be as bad as people make it out to be. That's all I'm going to say about it. I wouldn't have voted for him, but I think people are making him out to be the embodiment of World War III, especially with the more modern, like, 2020, first May of 2020, World War III has started. I don't think he's that bad. I think if we had Hillary there, World War III would have also already started, because she was very, like, trigger happy with the nukes, and she wasn't, like, vague about that whatsoever in her campaign. So, that's all I want to say about politics. Another topic. Trump was on Home Alone 2. Actually, in Canada, on Christmas, they broadcast Home Alone, because everybody on the planet does. They cut out Donald Trump's scene in Home Alone 2 in Canada. Because they were like, fuck this guy. And I kind of appreciate that. I mean, in a certain way, okay, so let's keep talking about this. In a certain way, I say I don't care, which is not entirely true, because America is obviously a global superpower, and whatever happens in America does affect the entire rest of the world in one way or another. So I do care who is leading America, just the same way I care who is leading Russia or China, because those are very important, like, political powers globally. So it does affect me as well in smaller ways and further down the line. I just don't have any control over it. That's why I don't care about it, because I can't vote. I can vote, but I can vote in, like, my elections, not yours, sadly. I've only watched Home Alone 1 and 2 and 3. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them at this point, right? I don't like them. I don't hate them. But they're just not my kind of movies. And that's fine. Generally, I'm not a fan of comedy as it is, which is just goes to show, like, what I am. I don't really like comedy films. I like comedy. I like it so much that I like it twice. I do enjoy a good stand-up comedian. I don't like a comedy film. Home Alone 6 is in development? What? That's a joke, right? Home Alone 6? Why am I still grinding against these dudes? I was gonna grind against... Also, I'm gonna get the Versus Seeker after those battles, which is gonna help with grinding as well. Honestly, I don't like Christmas movies in general. Okay, let's get into this. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Halloween movie, Christmas movie. Probably shouldn't have done this double battle. Vlog versus Grinch? I definitely am the Grinch, yeah. No, I don't celebrate Christmas, and it's not like I dislike Christmas, because I like all the pretty lights and all the, like, decoration that's getting put up. Chimchar is gonna fucking die. I enjoy that. I legitimately do enjoy just the atmosphere in the city when Christmas time comes around. I don't celebrate it personally that much. Nightmare Before Christmas is a Thanksgiving movie. Now there we have one, because I don't have a Thanksgiving, because I'm not American or Canadian. I think this whole grinding against the trainers might not have been a great idea. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, that's this is gonna be the enemy. And that's more trades gone. And now we only have chocolate left. The worst part is chocolate is going to survive. And chocolate doesn't have explode, so I can't explode. Chocolate might actually die. You know what? Starting next time we're going to we're going to make this a normal mono run. We've lost. We made it 3 streams. We've lost. The thing is, I'm going to not use legendaries if it's not a Nuzlocke. If it were a Nuzlocke, I gladly use the legendaries to give myself a chance. As it stands right now, I'm going to take this away and then put Moltres and Vlogger back into the box and never use them again. And let's actually, like, collectively build a little bit of a team here before we end the stream for today. Giratina, do you have to catch Giratina? Can you not just knock him out in this game? Even so, you can just, like, throw it away into the box. Well, Weavile is definitely coming back, yeah. So, this is the Pokemon roster we have to work with, right? So, I'm thinking we take out Weavile. We definitely take out Snova. Then we also probably want to take out Snorunt. Then probably Swinub. But then things start getting interesting because I definitely want one of these 3, right? I definitely want... Wait a second, why is this Ag in here? That should be in here. I definitely... Oh, God. I definitely want one of these 3, right? I want Spheal, Seal, Lapras. Glaceon, Weavile, Cloyster, or Shelder, actually. That's right. These are all going to be the same type, so I want one of them. And so far I'm seeing Cloyster. I'm personally leaning a little bit more towards Seal or Spheal. Thick Fat Warrain. Doing water moves. Thick Fat Warrain is actually a very good point. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sphere just because of Thick Fat. Yeah, that seems like a good idea because fire is a legitimate issue we have. And then we potentially have a Smoochum or a Delibird, but not no. I think this is gonna be the team we're gonna go with. Cloyster does have Skill Link, that's true. But as we discussed, that is a nice thing to have in competitive, but it's only going to have Ice Spear, which isn't that great. If you don't also have like coverage with Rock Blast or something. I don't think it gets that naturally, does it? Well, yeah, we're going to have to use Bidoof as a little bit of an HM slave, probably. Then again, Spheal can probably learn Surf, which is probably going to be just a good move to have on it anyway. And the other HMs we'll see. Spike Cannon. I'm going to go with Warrain. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this team, I think. Which is Chocolate the Glaceon, Soulbolt the Weavile, Dominic the Snover, Yuki the Snorunt, which I'm going to need to do a lot of grinding. Subpar the Swinub. That's why I wanted what Member Swine, didn't ya? That's why I wanted Member Swine. Well, against Flint, we have Swinub and Spheal. So we should be fine. And Snowball the Spheal. I mean, if we need to fly, we can take out Articuno. But we don't really need to fly that much. There's a couple of times in the game where you really want to fly. Because you need to backtrack a little bit. But it's not that much. So that's going to call it for today. Let's save state real quickly. And why the fuck not? Let's just save normally as well. We're 11 hours in. We're not 11 hours in. We've done a lot of speed up. Probably will be doing the next part of this. I'll probably do a little bit of grinding off screen because it's not on Nuzlocke anymore. Probably will do the next part of this Saturday or Sunday around the same times as the last streams have been. And then, now that we're going faster, I'm sure that next stream would go third. I'm trying to do a thing here. Could you please not make a lot of noise at like 8 PM? The fuck is wrong with you? Okay. Anyway, just bear with the weeping. Hopefully third and fourth gym at least next time. Potentially fifth. I think we can go very quickly. Even though one of those gyms is the fighting type gym. But we'll have a ghost type by that time. So, it's been a blast. See you guys next time. I mean, it depends. If I have enough time, I'll probably do real grinding just because I get a couple of extra EV stats. But I might just use rare candies. I don't know. Either or. See you guys later. Also, live up on the channel now should be the next episode of Pokemon Through the Years. I think episode 8, which should be the episode we take on Lieutenant Surge or the Azazan. One or the other. I think Lieutenant Surge's episode is today. Just go watch the episode. You'll figure it out. Bye.